Hi, friends. Dr. Ruth Anderson here with Enlightened World, and I am so excited to share with you this beautiful book, Gateway to an Enlightened World, Collective Life Lessons to Support Planetary Transformation. And we have spent the day today talking to so many of the different co-authors. Now, this book is an anthology, which means that each chapter is written by a different author. One of those authors is here with us in the house, and that is Linda Dierks. So Linda, do you want to come on and say hello?
Good evening, Ruth. It's wonderful to see you. And congratulations on your success with the book.
Thank you. It's our success with the book. It's an international bestseller in the US, the UK, and the Netherlands. And we're hoping to hear from some other countries yet tonight. So if you know anybody who you think might enjoy hearing or reading this book, please send it along. And just remember, these are sold on Kindle at this point. But the nice thing is you don't need to have a Kindle device. It just downloads to your phone or your computer. It's just an ebook. That's all. They could actually stop calling it Kindle because it's just an ebook. That would not confuse folks quite so much.
I would think that we hit an extremely high ranking in Australia also.
Yeah, we've got friends in Australia that are with us. So okay. I'm expecting, we haven't gotten their numbers yet. So
all right.
I'm expecting to hear from them.
Well, give us a big shout out when you get it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, Linda, your chapter in this book is called Come Dance With Me, Step Onto Your Spiritual Path.
Yeah.
Do you want to share with us a little bit about what prompted you to write this chapter for this book?
Come Dance With Me is very dear to me, and I'm going to start from the beginning. I think people who are who have that draw from their heart to step onto a spiritual path often don't know, where do I start? For me, it was a long time ago. It was before the internet had a lot available. And I also know that people who are drawn onto this path are drawn there because they already have the aptitude. This is already what they signed up for in this lifetime, and they may be looking for direction. So I spoke of the greatest ways to start, and one is to find your tribe, find people of like thinking, to seek out and find continuing education, and that's also an excellent way to build your tribe. I also find it really useful to sit down and actually define, what is my spiritual belief? And when you do that, make sure you date it, because it's probably going to change as time goes on. And once you engage in these basics, it's what I call, when you step up to the plate, spirit steps up to the plate and meets you. And for me, it started as just this simple voice saying, we are one, come dance with me. We are one, come dance with me. Sometimes just come dance with me. And it was this repeating phrase. And if you look at the phrase, come dance with me, there's an intimacy, there's a love, there's a flow, there's a magic, and there's a music behind it. It was just spirit continuously saying, come dance with me. This intimacy and this invitation. And once you join the dance, then your connection with the divine gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And that wee beautiful voice that you hear then becomes more profound in the clairvoyant messages that you receive, the direction that you receive, the intuition that grows within you. And it's such a wonderful occurrence when it happens. It just wants you to engage more with the dance. It's just give me more richness, give me more of the music. It's a great thing to. So that was the whole purpose, was to help people who are stepping into a new spiritual practice.
No, I think that's beautiful. And actually, as you were describing that, what the vision that came to me was, okay, so you start out doing the tango, and you're working with spirit, and you've got the tango down, and you're both in sync, and then spirit says, oh, what about the foxtrot? And you go, I don't know, do I want to do the foxtrot? And then when you decide, yep, I'm in, teach me the foxtrot, then you work on that. And then once you've got that, then all of a sudden spirit's going, hey, what about this other what about ballet? Have you ever thought about ballet? And that is just how working with spirit is. You know, they, at least for me, they teach me one thing, and then before I know it, I'm off learning something else that I really didn't know I was going to learn. And then after a while of switching tasks and learning different things, then I start to understand, oh, now I know why I learned the first thing, because I need that under my belt to be able to add this other thing to it. It's really very clever the way that spirit works with us.
It is, and I know that you and I both have experienced that, where we have gone to the effort to create certain things, to develop certain skills, and then later down the line, as our work progresses, we can see why we were directed. It comes from, there's an intuitive force that becomes a clairvoyant force, and then an actual force that I call like a palm in the small of my back, just pushing me in a certain direction. And then, recently I developed a new program, and everything that came together was like a stacking of all these previous skills and things that I had reached out to do and to stretch myself a little bit. And they all came together in this beautiful form. And I just went, wow, this is great. And I, stepping into my calling in, working with people with mental health issues. So I'm extremely pleased that even though there were times when I was a little outside of my comfort zone, now it's completely obvious to me, and I'm really grateful that I did it.
Well, and we know that we're not done with being out of our comfort zone.
Yes, but we step into it with more confidence now, knowing that there's a reason behind it.
That's true. It's going somewhere.
It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere. And even though there might be a little bit of a rub within our heart, we know that if there's a strong pull there, then there's a reason for it. And it builds your confidence. It puts you in a place of alignment where you say, yes, this is what I'm intended to do. And even though it may push me a little bit, I know that I'm being supported from beneath.
Exactly. So I'm just watching you talk, Linda, and I'm just so excited and so proud to be doing this with you. This is your second bestseller. So, you've put 2 books out into the world, and darn it, you've done great on both of them. So congratulations.
Well, thanks to you, Ruth, and all the people in the whole Enlightened world community. I encourage people, to read my chapter about stepping onto a spiritual path, and then to back that up with the Enlightened World website, where you can find such a variety of resources to help you extend your spiritual path.
Nice. Well,
you've done a great job, Ruth.
Oh, thank you. I love you so much. I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna say goodnight to our friends over here on Facebook. But Linda, thank you for your chapter, and thank you for your time tonight.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.